Day 2, I am ready for my walk. Just woke up and seems to be a good weather day, so I'm going to try to make the best of this. Because I've just woken up, my voice is... So, I've been doing therapy for 2 months now, and I think I have benefited a lot from doing this. Like, I remember in March when I first signed up for therapy, I was in a very, very bad position. I was so depressed, I didn't want to do anything, I had no motivation to do anything. I was just not in the right headspace, and I was emotionally very weak. All the areas of my life, business, money, emotions, general well-being, self-esteem, everything was fucked. I needed help. It's amazing how, before doing it, I never really believed in it. I thought therapy is for weak people, All the knowledge that you want is available somewhere online, in research papers, blogs, articles, YouTube videos. There's so many therapy channels now. All the information is available online. Why would you need a therapist? If you are a good reader, or even if you're a good just watcher of videos, you will find therapy videos, you will find self-help books. My God, there's no shortage of self-help books. I've read more than a few self-help books, and I'm here to tell you, it doesn't work. Therapy is therapy. It cannot be replaced with something else. If you're in a kind of a weak place, these books and videos may help. But if you're really down in the gutter, only therapy can help you. I haven't still figured out what they do. Maybe I don't need to. But it's like they kind of nudge you and steer you towards realization. The biggest realization I've had from therapy is that they help you realize. It's all about realization. They help you realize what's happening in your mind, and they help you take control of your mind. It can only be done from a third person's perspective, someone who doesn't really know you. I'm very, very fortunate. I'm blessed with a bunch of really solid friends with whom I can talk whatever I want. I don't have to hesitate in sharing the deepest, darkest emotions I have with my friends. And they don't have to hesitate in giving me straight truth, straight talk. It helps to a certain extent. It's like for that 1 hour, you feel good that you talk to them. But because with friendship, they know you so well, even they tend to ignore some of the things that are wrong with you. It's not intentional. It's just they know you to be this kind of a person, and they just skip over some things, just like you skip over some things about yourself. So it really is important for us to find someone with a third person's perspective, but that's not all. A therapist has the experience and the knowledge and the education to spot patterns, to spot things that others cannot spot. They make you think about yourself like you couldn't make yourself think about yourself. And that really helps to gain clarity about your own thoughts. And once you gain clarity about your thoughts, that's when you can gain mastery over your thoughts. Once you know what's going on, once you know what the trigger is, once you know what the pattern is, once you recognize it, then you can actually work on it and control it and then master it. Today's session was great. Well, first of all, I'm in a better position than I was 2 months ago. I'm willing to experiment and do things. Like this daily vlog is one of those things. But what was I thinking? All of a sudden I'm thinking about the title for this episode. I think the title can be Therapy is for Weak People. Is that controversial enough? Will that get me clicks? Will that get me views? I don't know. I completely lost my train of thought. I'm not out of the pits yet. I don't really see a clear path ahead. But I'm in a position where I'm ready to do the work. Thanks to her, I have the skills to pick myself up and have some patience and have the ability to stick to a path, have the ability to try different things. I am in a better position now, but the ambiguity of not knowing what's next is killing me. Life is always going to be like this, and we need to have these skills of dealing with ambiguity and dealing with the things that are not in our control. Also, we don't need to lose our ability of being impulsive and obsessive about certain things, which I'm good at. Ironically, I'm good at being obsessive and impulsive. So I don't want to lose that because that has helped me in some way. So that's the most important thing that I learned from today's session is it's okay to feel confused. It's okay to feel like the whole world is against you if you're having those kind of experiences. But the problem is when you let it hamper your progress, that's when the problem happens. if anybody is going through a really bad time, I definitely would vouch for therapy because I used to be a non-believer, but it definitely works for sure. So therapy is not for losers. Therapy is not for weak people. Therapy is actually for strong people. Because only if you're strong enough to recognize that you have a problem and face it head on, that's the sign of strength. Avoidance is not the sign of strength. It's a sign of weakness. So the fact that therapy is for weak people, the myth is debunked from personal experience. Is this going to be the topic for today's blog?